this week's video. It's Ferenike here with you today, and I have a question for you. Do you ever feel like you work so hard, you give so much of your heart, of your energy, your emotions to work, and you don't see the outcomes coming, or you don't know where you're going, you have lost meaning or purpose? I think it's very, very common, and I've been through that so many times myself. And what I found is really valuable in order to avoid that is to really take a moment, breathe, and reflect on your life. Sort of reflect on where you've been, what have you done the last 4 years of your life, for example, 4 or 5 years, what have you achieved, the people you've spent time with, what have you done the last 4 years, what's the general theme about, what have you learned, and all of that stuff. Then be honest about where you are at the moment. So, some people tend to see the current moment better than it is or worse than it is. So try to be as honest with yourself as possible about where you are at the moment. And then think about the future and where do you want to be in the future? Because if you keep doing the things that you're doing at the moment, I guarantee you that the next 4 years of your life will be the same, exact the same like the last 4 years of your life. So I really don't want you to, wake up one day and feel like you don't have the time to do all of the things that you wanted to do. So take a moment, take a second to think about that, and make sure you write those down, because if it's not written, it does not count. And I have all of those thoughts recently because on the 1st of July 2013 was when I moved to London. So I moved from Amsterdam to London. So I've had those thoughts lately about what have I achieved the last 4 years being here in London, where am I at the moment, and where do I want to go in the future? When I first moved to London, well, I was living in Amsterdam. I had a very settled life. I had my friends, my job. I was really happy living in Amsterdam. So when I got the opportunity and the offer to come to London, it was by the company I was working at the moment, at the time, there. So they offered me a position here in London. Then I thought, yeah, why not? I'm young. I want to experience new things. I want to, I will have more opportunities in London to pursue my dreams. And I took the chance. I came here. But then when I came here, I didn't have many friends. I didn't have many people in my life at the time, and I felt really lonely. So the first 6 months were really horrible. I felt so lonely, and I spent so much time on my own, which was not what I wanted at the time. So that was the beginning. But then 4 years forward, I've had 4 different roles in 4 different companies, all around sales and business development. I've learned so much, and I've been very fortunate to work with some very experienced people, very talented. So I've learned so much about business development, about growth, about strategy, about hard work ethic and consistency. So I've learned so much about that, and I'm really grateful for all of those experiences. But I think the highlight of all of those 4 years, and of course I've had my fair share of flings, and I grown a lot as a woman, and I understood a lot about guys. The last 4 years have been so insightful about the men's brain and all of that stuff. But I think that's going to be another video for another time, because I have so much to share about that as well, guys. But then the highlight of all of those 4 years, I think, was the startup attempt when I started my own business. And I was so excited at the beginning. It was so incredibly good. So excited about this project, and I I went ahead with it. But then obviously it didn't work out. So I have to say that I have learned so much, although it hurts so much as well. It was so painful. It was just such a painful experience, because nothing really prepares you for that experience, for entrepreneurship. Nothing really prepares you for that. And I'll tell you now, you will need all the skills. Yes, you need leadership, you need product development, marketing, sales, you need the ability to choose the right people to work with you. You need all of those skills. But what it boils down to is courage, guts, and emotional strength. And I feel like I exhausted my limits, and I pushed even further, and that was not good enough either. So yeah, I think It hurts so much, and I'm still recovering emotionally from that experience. 100% believe that. But what I've learned about myself, about business, about the world, about the universe, it's like priceless, really priceless. And I'm really really thankful about that experience. Now, when you start something different, something new, when you do something different, you're gonna have people falling off the wagon of your life, because we all have a wagon of life, and we have people around us that help us to go and get where we want to get. But when you do something different that's outside of the box, people will fall off the wagon because they don't associate themselves anymore with you, and that's absolutely fine. That's no problem at all. But I think it's very important as well to audit the people that are in the wagon with you, because I've spent so much time in the past with people that they didn't support me, or they didn't agree necessarily with my objectives or my mission or my purpose, and or they didn't believe in me, and that is really not useful. Those people really drag you down, and you definitely don't want that energy in your life. You don't want that experience. So make sure you audit the people in the wagon with you, because don't forget, we are the average of the 5 people we hang out the most with. So it's very important to be around people that support you, that love you, that they respect you for who you are, and for they cherish you and your dreams and your purpose, and they support you on those. Make sure you get the most out of those people, and you let go of the others, and that's absolutely fine, and life goes on. No hard feelings, you love them all. It just, some people are not here forever. Some people are here to teach you a lesson, or to share a couple of experiences and then move forward. So yes, I hope you found this video valuable, and I hope you take a second to audit your life and reflect on where you've done, what you've done in the last 4 years, where you are at the moment, and what you want the next 4 years to be about. For example, for me, the last 4 years they have been all about me, about my personal development, about my insights, about my knowledge, my development. But why do I gain all of that knowledge and all of that insight? Is the only reason for me to gain all of that is for me to share it with other people and help other people grow, and have some impact. So the next 4 years of my life, and I made a conscious decision, a decision for that, is it's all about giving. It's all about what I do for other people to help them, and what is how can I help, how can I create impact, how can I help other people develop as well. So yeah,